Getting ready to start the center pass here. East Lyme has possession. On the official's whistle, the girl taking the center pass is 5 seconds. We've got a back pass, which is fairly common because the girls can't move on the whistle. They can move on contact with the ball, so that gives them some time to...
And quickly, East Lyme advancing, moving right to left. East Lyme in the maroon uniforms, Stonington in the home whites. And a whistle now, East Lyme will contain possession of the ball at about the 30-yard line. And, of course, played on the football field, the yard markers, good idea of what's going on. Stonington intercepts the pass, and now they're going to try to move forward and advance the ball at about the 40-yard line. Nice pass by Stonington up ahead. It goes to Maddie Castle down the right sideline. It'll stay Stonington ball, and they're going to move in for their first offensive set of the game.
That appeared to be an obstruction call there. East Lyme defender ran in front of the girl and used her body to kind of block her. That's not allowed.
Going to try to get Arruda the ball here in the middle. Little pass, looking for Arruda, shot in on the keeper, and a nice quick save that time made by Lydia Swan. Ball loose in front. East Lyme looking to clear, and they do successfully deflect it off of a player. And now moving up ahead for the Vikings is Kristen Healy.
Well, Arruda is one of the girls you got to keep an eye on, Casey, for Stonington in the offensive end. She is the leading goal scorer for the team, and Olivia Feliciano as well, can find the back of the net.
Colette Dreer from her defensive position will take the. What did we call this? Is it a hit?
A free hit.
A free hit.
Yeah.
She'll take the free hit, and she hits it out of bounds. So it'll reverse over, and East Lyme will have possession right at about midfield, and they will inbounds with Anna Fennell, who will have the hit from right about midfield. The officials giving her the ball, and here we go, East Lyme ball. Down the right sideline, looking for a long pass, but it's deflected, and now moving in front, Stonington cuts in front, and a nice job that time by the Bears to clear out. Moving up with the ball for Stonington was Maddie Castle. She loses possession, and then referee's whistle will retain for the Bears. Flakus looking for a long pass down the middle. Arruda's going to have it. She passes it off to Feliciano. Feliciano cuts it back in front, and we're going to have a whistle going the other way.
Yeah.
Off of her foot, so going the other way. So the only part of that can advance the ball for the offense is the stick. Arruda steals for Stonington, looking for a pass in the middle to Pratt. However, East Lyme does a nice job defending and clears. Ball crosses midfield. East Lyme now in Stonington's territory for the first time in a while, but they lose possession of the ball, and Castle for the Bears with some fancy stick work. She loses it, but Flakus is there, and a possession will switch to East Lyme.
Now, Coach, how many times in a game will you see a player load up on a shot and actually whiff and miss? Is that common?
Yeah, you usually see it a couple times.
Little nerves down there in front of the net, Casey.
Well, I saw in the pregame, one of our favorite girls, East Lyme's Olivia Ficini, who's such a talented lacrosse player. She whiffed on one of her shots in warm-ups and just started laughing at herself because I think you probably have to sort of accept that that's going to happen every once in a while. She thought, all right, I just swung and missed. Here I am, a three-sport athlete, and I swung and missed. Up in front, first opportunity for the Vikings on a run now, and behind the net, ball goes out of bounds behind the Stonington goal.
So that went out on East Lyme, who's the attacking team. And so it's going to be a 16-yard hit coming out for Stonington. You line it up with where it went out at the 16-yard dash and then take the hit.
Yeah, I always see the dub right there on the hit. Again, another one of those dubs or mishits.
Yep, and, with the self-start that came into play several years ago, free hits, you have a lot more opportunity than you used to. Back in the old days, you used to only be able to drive it or hit it. So then if you flubbed up, you couldn't touch it again.
Right.
Okay, now you can dribble on a free hit. You can pass.
It's a free ball.
It's a free ball. So pretty much it doesn't really matter so much if you just, hit it a little ways. You just got to follow it. Because now that you can self-start, you're able to do that. So
we saw Jillian Hahn clear, but she was called for a penalty. Was that because the ball was up too high and the referee deemed it to be a danger? Because that ball was up high in the air, and immediate whistle. So the ball cannot be above 18 inches if it's a danger to another player.
Correct.
So East Lyme will have possession of the ball right now. Davin Roberts looking to make a center pass to Anna Fennell. Fennell puts a little shot in. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay East Lyme ball.
Good shot. I like that look there by Fennell from the top of the circle. She just kind of let it rip and pulled it a little bit left.
Yep. Anna Fennell is one of the team captains this year. She got a little bit of playtime on varsity starting as a sophomore. So
You like that shot, Coach, right there?
I do. Yep. She had the opportunity. She saw it and she sent it in. You just, hopefully you're hoping a teammate can get a stick on it. East Lyme's a little bit stuck on their left side. If you guys have noticed, the ball's been over this side for quite a bit of time. It's their left, so that's not your strong side. That's your weak side if you think about only being able to use the flat side of the stick. So when they're more in the middle of the field, a strategy that they would want to do, that you want to try to switch fields when you're in this middle part, get that ball over to the right side, and then once you get in towards the cage.
Pratt up ahead off the stick of Arruda. Opportunity for Feliciano, but East Lyme does a nice job clearing. That's a very similar thing to soccer, Coach. You have spacing and you want to switch fields and put it into where if everyone starts to congregate. In front, Arruda, nice stick work, trying to get a shot off. Good job by the Viking defense. Staunch here in the early going, not letting Arruda get a shot off that time, and East Lyme will clear up toward midfield. Pushed ahead, ball loose. Vikings trying to capitalize, but a nice job out there by Colette Dreer to clear and push the ball up ahead for Stonington.
Coach, does helping some of these girls that play lacrosse, does it help them play field hockey?
I don't have lacrosse backgrounds, but many people say it's like a sister sport. So I want to say, yeah. I think a lot of sports are related, honestly.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
Yeah. The footwork, you have stick in hand. So
Sure.
A lot of people say it's a sister sport.
Nice throw that time by Stonington. Feliciano with a chance down the left hash, looking to try to get it into the middle to Arruda. She loses it off her stick, and it's going to be cleared by Julia Bates. Back out, and it will remain Stonington ball. Stonington possession, and the ball will be set up at about their 22-yard line.
So you can see we're inside the attack 25, so you can't just send it straight into the circle. It has to travel 5 yards. It could be a pass or dribbling before you can send it into the circle.
Vikings do a nice job clearing, trying to get the ball out of the zone, and they do. Ball shot right down the middle. Vikings with a nice little flick that time and a run. Vikings with an opportunity up in front. Kristen Healy up ahead with a nice pass to Kluge. Back in front, and a nice job just clearing that time by Stonington, but we will retain. It'll be East Lyme ball.
Yeah, good pressure that time by the Vikings, keeping pressure on the goal.
Here's a big opportunity for East Lyme.
So when the defense commits a foul inside the circle, the attacking team gets to take a penalty corner. You can have as many attacking players on that circle as you want, whereas as you can see, the defense can only have 4 defenders and plus the goalkeeper.
Fennell takes it, puts it out in front. Ball is in the middle, loose, and a shot, and it'll be a penalty on East Lyme, and Stonington will have an opportunity to clear.
And thus far, you have almost a 10-on-4 advantage, Coach, when you have that little corner kick.
It's a big
corner throw.
Big opportunity. Penalty corners are a big scoring opportunity. And I'll have to say, defensively, the Fly, which is the girl from Stonington that ran out, that applies that direct pressure to the first pass, she did a great job pressuring that East Lyme team there.
Almost like the gunner out there, Casey.
That's right.
Special teams.
Also,
the gunner, yeah.
Themes in sports, they cut across different sports, and there's always a position on the defensive side of things of every sport that's required to have some bravado and put some pressure, and she did it that time.
East Lyme outnumbered here.
Arruda up ahead, opportunity now in front, a pass, and East Lyme, we get a whistle, and that's going to be a penalty.
Corner.
So now it's going to be a penalty corner for Stonington. And, Coach, you had said Stonington very dangerous
Very
on the penalty
dangerous.
corners.
They tend to execute these very well.
Trinity Lennon will take the corner. They've got all their people up in front. On the way, here we go. Lennon puts it kind of a little...
Yeah.
She kind of duffed it that time.
Yeah, as I mentioned, if you notice, she didn't shoot it right in. It's got to come out of the circle, but before being sent in.
So, in front, a big opportunity from Lennon. Still in front, and a shot, nothing going. It's still loose inside, and a whistle by the official. East Lyme catches a break there.
Yeah, a lot of action down there in front of the net, but Stonington unable to cash in.
East Lyme with an opportunity now,
Sorry.
but we're going to get that ball up and off of their body, not off the stick, so it's going to go back to Stonington.
Coach, the anxiousness of some of the players down there when you have a corner situation, I mean, all those girls want to do is stick that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a high-pressure situation for sure.
Arruda with the ball about the 20, tries to get it to Castle. Now it goes down into the corner for Lennon. Lennon back to Castle. Castle tries to get it across the middle, but didn't get a good stick on it. And it'll be East Lyme ball. East Lyme quickly looking to push the ball up ahead with Burgess. Burgess making a run down the sideline, and it'll stay there. Ball tapped out by Stonington. Burgess will run up ahead, and it'll be taken by Roberts. Roberts decides to go back up the middle on the stick of Durkee. Durkee at the 30 on the left hash, and nice job by Arruda stealing the ball from Durkee, and she's in the open field. Now Durkee takes it back the other way, tries to get a shot going or pass going, but whiffs. And now they're just battling for the ball at the 35. East Lyme takes advantage of a penalty now, and they will set up. And they're going to have Roberts.
It's a maroon side-in. If it goes out of bounds on one team, it's a side-in right where the ball went out for the opposite team.
Stonington looking to clear. Nice job of stick work by Rose.
As that reverse of field.
Kluge on the right hash. Stonington does a nice job, clears it out of the defensive end. Nice job by Sarah Flakus. Side out, and it will be East Lyme's ball on the far hash at about the 35-yard line. Fennell. Battle 2-on-1, and a nice clear that time by Flakus, but she's going to get called for a penalty, and we're going to have East Lyme retaining possession now in the Stonington zone deep. Fennell in the corner looks for Kluge, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Stonington ball. So I can see why the scoring opportunities are limited, because there's probably more restrictions on the scoring opportunities in this sport than in most sports of its kind. Soccer, lacrosse, other sports have fewer rules, or more ways you can advance the ball. I mean, it is pretty specific how you can advance the ball in field hockey. You can only use the stick. You can only use a certain part of the stick. You can only use it from a certain area on the field. You have to have other players involved. Once it enters the scoring circle, someone needs to touch it in order for it to go in the goal. So you just can't rifle one from 30 yards out and beat the keeper. So you really have to operate as a team in this and really cross and look for people in open space.
True. You have to really have strong passing skills, strong stick skills. The stronger your stick skills are and your ball carrying abilities are, and the faster you are, you're going to carry that ball down that field faster and create more opportunities, especially create more. We saw Stonington earlier in the half. They had East Lyme outnumbered down there. The faster you can get down there and stronger your stick skills are, the more scoring opportunities you're going to be able to create.
East Lyme with an opportunity. The shot is up too high that time off the stick of Kluge, and Stonington will have the ball.
Oh, you mentioned, how you can advance the ball, Casey, and where you can score from, too. That's the biggest, thing that stands out.
Fennell battling. What a great battle we have going on between Fennell and Daisy Williams down there. And Williams comes out of it with the ball, and out of bounds it goes, and so it will become East Lyme side out. Sports Doctor, before the end of this thing, I will know 6% of what goes on in a field hockey.
Yeah, you're doing very well, Casey.
You're doing
I've got
fine.
a lot of faith in you. It's a good thing there's numbers out there on the field. It's a good thing to run a football field.
And I want to definitely give a special thanks to both the coaches, Coach Tuccio and Coach Horner, because they both were very gracious in explaining to me what it was that I was going to be talking about. Opportunity that time for Stonington, as Castle had a nice run and had a person in front. That was Arruda running to goal, but she lost it out of bounds, and it will be East Lyme ball.
Coach, do teams substitute a lot?
I think it depends on the group you have in the game. In a tighter game, if things seem to be working and things are clicking and nobody seems quite out of a gas, then no. And not as tight of a game, you'll see usually a little bit more substitution. I think right now it doesn't appear like East Lyme is subbing too much. They probably feel like they're holding them. Things are kind of working, so they're trying to go with that.
15 minutes into the game.
No score here at Stonington High School. Game day bringing you girls high school field hockey. The Stonington High School Bears, the class of the ECC, locked up in a 0-0 game with rival East Lyme, who did play them to a 3-2 loss earlier in the season. And so far, both teams about equal in the play, both teams with opportunities. and both teams operating on the other side of the field. East Lyme here with the ball on the Stonington half of the field, but Stonington does a nice job. Arruda, now Castle's going for a run. Arruda puts it out in front to Lennon. Lennon streaking, has one person up in front. Ball in front, shot, and a save. Ball still in front, and what a great job by the keeper, Bell. Swan that time, and what a job. East Lyme holds off a Stonington rush.
Yeah, you'll see it went off of a foot. That was why it's coming out. That was a dangerous spot. She took a shot right from the stroke mark, so that's the middle. You have the most angles. Dangerous situation for East Lyme.
Ball in front, ball loose, and put into the back of the net by Trinity Lennon for the goal. First goal of the game, Stonington Bears. Lennon sitting on the back post, got the rebound, and put the ball into the net.
Oh, you saw back-to-back possessions by Stonington. A lot of pressure in front of that goal, and that time they cashed in with one, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, and they were just able to create that scenario, like I said, getting the ball down there, just outnumbering their defenders by quite a bit there. And, you get that situation a couple times in a row, and eventually one's going to go in.
Yeah, and the rebound, too, Coach. I mean, a lot of times the goalie cannot corral that ball. The rebound thus becomes a very dangerous play.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, Lennon, Castle, and Arruda doing great work in front of the net, and that time Lennon, sitting on the back post, was able to get the deflection and put Stonington on top 1-0. And with East Lyme struggling to score goals, not a position they want to be in, down 1-0 here in the first half.
Got a side in here.
Ball loose in front. Pratt with it. East Lyme's going to get called for a penalty, so we're going to have a penalty corner for Stonington.
Another scoring opportunity here for the Bears.
Lennon will have the hit for the Bears, standing on the right side of the goal, far side. 4 members of the Vikings in net, waiting for the rush. Lennon pushes it out in front.
Beautiful hit in there.
In front, slap. Ball loose. East Lyme does a nice job trying to clear. The rest of the Vikings trying to get back. Stonington puts it back in the middle. Ball loose in front, and a tap in and a goal.
That was very well executed. And as I said, Stonington's very dangerous to give them penalty corners. Very well done. I'm not sure what you said the player's name was, but she swung it over to this right post here, and you had your girl just waiting right on post to tap that in.
Great job by the Bears that time with the second goal of the game on another rebound. Looked to be Hannah Pratt, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Right there you had Lennon put it in, you had Pratt, and you had Flakis, and you had Castle. Now Flakis is a cover mid, so I don't believe that, but she would be in on the play where typically she wouldn't be, but because it was a penalty corner, even though she's a cover mid, she's up front looking to take part. So you had multiple Bears that time. We do believe it's Pratt, but we're going to get confirmation on who was credited for the goal. It was, in fact, Hannah Pratt. So goal, Hannah Pratt, 2-0 Stonington lead, and now East Lyme wants to talk things over.
Yeah, Coach, on a timeout situation here, obviously down 2-0 on the road, East Lyme has seen a lot of pressure in front of the net. Is this something to relax your kids? Let's calm down and let's play good defense.
Absolutely. They just need a minute to regroup. Tough situation to just get 2 in a row like that. And the worst thing that could happen is for them to let up. So East Lyme coaches may be thinking let them regroup a little bit, and hopefully maybe thinking it might also slow down the momentum of the Bears. You always get that kind of scoring high where you get one in and then
Casey, the last 4 or 5 minutes of this ball game, certainly Stonington has dictated the pace, and I've had a half a dozen, 6, 7, 8 scoring opportunities, 2 goals to show for it, but in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game have really dictated the pressure.
Yeah, with 13:23 remaining here in the first half, East Lyme had been standing toe-to-toe with them for much of the first half. 2 quick goals now, 2-0 Stonington, and I think you nailed it, Sports Doctor. East Lyme sort of was going back and forth. Stonington turned it up a notch a little bit. The stick handling sort of being the difference, making really good passes into open space, getting some rushes, some odd man rushes into East Lyme's end. And then, as Coach said earlier, you can't give Stonington penalty corners. They're too good at it, and they took advantage that time. They almost scored. They got it right back and then scored.
All right, numbers dictate mismatches. That's just the way it is. So whether it's off of a penalty corner or a rush, and we saw a little bit of everything out of Stonington in those last two possessions, Coach. We saw a breakaway and a rush. We saw a penalty corner. So, again, numbers dictates mismatches.
So now East Lyme will attempt with 13 minutes remaining here to try to come back from the aforementioned 2-0 deficit. Ball loose. Lennon gets a positive whistle. Castle's going to put it in. She puts it back over to Flakus. So now Flakus is going to put it in. Nice job by East Lyme that time with Durkee to bat the ball down. She puts it up ahead to offensive player for East Lyme making the run is Healy. Healy rushing down the left hash, looking to put the ball back in the middle. And a nice job by the Stonington defense to clear, but Durkee keeps it in, puts it back in the middle, and a nice job that time again by the Bear defense to get it up ahead to Lennon. Lennon with the good stick work. Now to Lennon again trying to get it back to Arruda. She does. Arruda looking for Castle down the right end. Castle making a run. Castle's going to keep the ball in on the right sideline, makes a nice stick move. Castle pushing the ball forward, tries to get it in the middle, and a nice job by the Vikings to clear, and the Vikings will push in the other direction. Now going in the other direction for East Lyme is Kluge, and we'll have a whistle, and it'll be Stonington ball.
Boy, I like Healy out there too for East Lyme, Casey. She's another one of the lacrosse players out there. She's got a motor.
Nice job switching fields that time by Stonington. Flakus put it on the other side to Feliciano. Feliciano being hounded out there by Fennell. What a nice one-on-one battle, but Feliciano wins it, gets it in front. Stonington with an opportunity, but the Vikings with a nice job and will clear. Feliciano trying to steal it back for Stonington. Another battle out there. She does. Feliciano with some beautiful stick work. Puts the ball in the middle. Ball loose in front. Lennon has it. And it's going to be another penalty corner for Stonington.
Again, you see the hard work for Feliciano paying off that time on the far sideline. Whistling the ball in front. And there we go. Numbers create mismatches. Numbers for the Bears.
Yeah, this is just a great scoring opportunity for any team that gets the penalty corner here.
Lennon puts the ball out in front. Flakus drops it back. And East Lyme.
Nice job by Durkee there flying out, applying that initial pressure. The hit-in was a little bit slow, so she was able to get out there and...
I call them the gunners, Coach. You know, the gunners on the special teams for football. They're the gunners. They got to go out there and set the pace.
Here's a steal by Arruda. Arruda goes back, and a nice job by East Lyme taking it back away. And a clear. That ball was high. No whistle.
No whistle.
Fennell on the right defensive side for East Lyme looking to clear, and she does. East Lyme now with an opportunity and a little bit of an opportunity to rush.
That was a held whistle there. You saw it went off someone's foot. The whistle was held because no advantage was gained by the Bears. The ball remained with East Lyme.
Yeah, delayed whistle, like a delayed offsides in hockey.
East Lyme back on defense now. Flakus will take it for Stonington. Abby Flakus with the hit. Tries to switch it over fields, goes to Feliciano. Feliciano puts it in front and scores!
No one touched it inside the circle.
Oh, and the referee whistle blowing it off. She was outside the circle. It hopped over the defender, didn't touch the defender, and so no goal.
That's too many rules for me. That was a point-blank shot, and I thought she should have got rewarded for that. Wow.
But, Coach is right.
Yeah, I got to get a stick on it.
When that ball was rolling, it looks like it could, if all it has to do is deflect off of somebody, but it didn't touch anybody, official right on it.
That's a great look by Feliciano.
A great play to get it there. She's hoping for a deflection, hoping somebody gets it on it, or even if the keeper saves it into a deflection, but no good, and so it remains 2-0 Stonington.
I'd have a problem with that if I was playing. I don't know if I could adhere to that.
You wouldn't because you'd know the rules. That's like saying in an offsides. You'd say, well, I have a problem with that. No, you'd know that offsides is a penalty.
It was a good shot. I mean, the kid let one rip from 30 yards out and found the back of the net.
But she knows you can't do that.
Okay.
So she's not going to be upset because it's against the rules.
She's probably just saying, I wish one of my teammates
got there you go. That's my thought
process,
Coach. I mean, she's like, I wish it would have hit somebody.
There you go.
I'd have 5 goals this game.
There you go. Let's see the Harmony Sports Doctor that Coach brought to you.
She's
doing my best.
Coach, that's what she would have said to one of her girls, Coach. If you.
Sure, yeah.
She said, no, you just wished you had one of your teammates was there. Nice job clearing by Stonington. Stonington doing a real nice job right now, keeping the ball on the East Lyme side of things. That's got to tire the defense out, having to, constantly put the pressure on to try to clear nonstop. Stonington does a real good job with their stick handling, keeping the ball in the defensive end.
I'll tell you another thing, too, Coach. When Stonington gets the ball across midfield, they're in go mode. They're in attack mode at all times.
You are absolutely right. Another thing that Stonington's doing really well defensively is you'll see, like, East Lyme's kind of getting it down there, but they're bringing it right back down. And they're transitioning, and they're doing it quickly. And also, you really have to play a tight game against Stonington. All your passes need to be stick to stick. And when you beat that first defender, like East Lyme's maybe getting past one of the girls, they're going to have somebody else right there. So you got to keep it tight on your stick.
Yeah, is that speed or setup and execution?
I think a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
East Lyme penalty gives the ball back to Stonington, but not a great hit in from Stonington, and East Lyme retains possession now. East Lyme with Katie Durkee straight down the middle. She loses possession, but kept back in that time, and the Vikings are pushing with Morgan Crandall into the game. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-0 Stonington on top of East Lyme. Game day brought to you live at Stonington High School. Casey O'Neill, Sports Dr. Keith O'Brien, and Amy Lloyd, the coach. Opportunity here for the Vikings trying to get on the board. Ball in front. Anybody's ball. People fighting for it. Nice job by Stonington to clear. Long pass ahead.
Fast transition.
Wide out in
2v1
front.
2v1 situation.
Lennon running ahead of the pack. Out in front. Goalie comes out. And a great save made by Lydia Swan.
Swan stepped out at the right time, Casey, redirected the shot, and Stonington unable to cash in on the rebound. Swan getting herself out of goal, taking away the angle from the offensive player that time.
So we're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime. We've got a Stonington player number 8 into the ballgame on that breakaway, and I do not have a number 8 on my roster. So we're going to have to find out who she is, because she almost had a goal, if not for a great save by Lydia Swan. Lennon in front. Arruda challenged. Arruda loses the ball, and a nice job by Fennell. But now Stonington keeping the pressure on, putting it in front. Hard pass. Lennon has it on the stick, puts it in front. Kick save, and that's going to be a whistle. And we're going to have another penalty corner. Stonington with another opportunity.
It looks like Lydia's clear was a little bit high, so the goalie clearing it can also create danger. So that's what that situation looked like it was.
But again, the mismatch off the penalty, off the corner play, the mismatch equals problems for the Vikings.
Lennon to put it in. She does, straight ahead.
Got a little attempt at a dump right there.
Erin Craig had the chance at the ball. She lost it. Now pushing it up ahead is Dreer. And East Lyme steals and tries to push it out ahead and get it out of their own zone. But a great job by Craig keeping it in for Stonington.
Coach, how much of East Lyme having to work so hard on the defensive end is taking away from their play on the offensive end?
Here goes Healy now the other way, but a great steal from Stonington. Puts the ball up ahead onto the stick of Castle. Stonington relentless defensively. And a turnover will be East Lyme ball.
You do got to think that all that work on, Coach, on the defensive end hurts them on the offensive side.
It does. It's exhausting.
Natalie Taylor puts the ball in play for East Lyme. Flakus sort of whiffs on her hit, and East Lyme will have it again. Abby Flakus, who we've seen crush the ball a few times. She has a powerful stick. Kind of whiffed on that one. And this ball just put way too out in front of everybody else. Turnover, Stonington ball.
I had a few golf shots like that today, Casey.
The whiff?
Whiffed on a few. I've dubbed a few.
It's been a couple.
But I also think you probably hit a few right down the chute if I know the shortstop. Flakus looking to clear for East Lyme. Nice stick work. Keeps it on her stick. She gets the penalty. Rewarded for her efforts, and she will clear. She's looking to switch fields and hits a bullet down the middle. Flicked off the stick.
Ball, yeah.
Ball in front now. East Lyme has to get on their heels, and we get a whistle. And it will be the Vikings, fortunately, get the whistle here.
Well, the last 3 or 4 times Stonington has taken over on East Lyme's side, Coach, they want that long pass. They want to try and beat East Lyme down the field, advance the ball on the ground, create numbers. We saw 2-on-none last time out, but Stonington really dictating the pace here on the offensive end.
Yes, and I certainly think I don't know if it's a mental thing, but East Lyme's definitely led up since the second goal, and it's Stonington dictating this pace of this game right now for sure.
Here's the first time East Lyme's had an opportunity in a while. Lexi Burgess had a chance and penalty, and now Stonington's going to take it out the other way. East Lyme trying to keep it in, but Daisy Williams with some nice stick work draws the whistle, and it will stay Stonington ball. 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-0 Stonington on top of the visiting Vikings. Abby Flakus with the big stick for the Bears, and she just rockets one towards the goal. That, of course, cannot go in because it didn't touch anybody. But nice clear by keeper Lydia Swan, and the Vikings do get it out of their own zone, looking for an offensive run, but they don't have any players on their side of the field right now. They're all back trying to help on defense, so not difficult as Craig clears the ball for Stonington and puts it right back into the offensive end to Feliciano. Feliciano, nice stick work, and she unfortunately gets a penalty, and it will be East Lyme ball now with about 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-0 on top Stonington. Flakus draws the penalty on East Lyme. She drops it back off now and hits a bullet towards the middle on the stick of Arruda. Arruda puts it out on the left wing. Arruda's going to make a run with Lennon. Feliciano now has the ball inside the 20. Feliciano, ball's loose in front. East Lyme trying to clear, and they finally get a stick on it, trying to get it out, and it's out of bounds, and it will be a side out for Stonington, so they'll retain possession. Craig on the far sideline puts it right back in the offensive end. Down in the corner it goes to Feliciano.
She's looking to load up down there in the corner, Casey.
And out of bounds, that ball will be, looking for the official's whistle, that will be Stonington ball.
Bit of a facilitator on the outside. Feliciano is looking to dump the ball in or score herself. Digging him out of the corner, Coach. That's what it's all about, I think, sometimes in this game, too.
Yeah, and she's doing a nice job of, kicking it in towards the stroke mark.
Ball is loose in front off of a Stonington foot, and it will be East Lyme ball with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Bears on top, 2-0. Vikings looking for Fennell, but she loses it out of bounds, so Stonington will have the ball. Stonington has it in their own end at about the 45-yard line. Nice hit by Craig, but stolen by the Vikings, and the Vikings trying to make a little bit of a push here. Be huge if they could get one of these goals back here before the end of the first half. A lot of stick work, a lot of open field. The switch of the fields would seem to be a really good thing there, but Arruda steals for Stonington and draws the whistle, so Flakus will take the hit for the Bears.
That's just an obstruction down there, Coach? Is that what that call is?
Mm-hmm.
And Flakus hits it all the way out of bounds on the far sideline, where it will go over to East Lyme on the side, all the way into the far corner. Vikings with a minute and a half remaining here in the game, 1:20 to be exact. Ball loose, Stonington takes it, has it in front, Williams keeps it on her stick, passes it back to Flakus. Flakus with a ball into Lennon in the corner. Now Williams looks for Lennon. Lennon has it on the right side, puts it in the middle, and a nice kick save by Swan.
Point blank look that time by Trinity Lennon. Turned away at the net.
Nice save by Swan, but great passing by Stonington right there. Nice stick-to-stick passing.
45 seconds remaining. Flakus will take the side out. She dribbles in, looks in the corner for Lennon. Lennon has it in the corner, puts it back in the middle to Williams. Williams puts it in front. Ball loose, and a nice job by East Lyme defensively to clear. They're trying to get it out of their own zone. Great job by Fennell that time. Carol Healy with the help as well. Healy passes it over to Durkee. Durkee down the left sideline battling with Daisy Williams. And Durkee will draw the penalty as we're down under 20 seconds remaining. East Lyme with one last chance. Ball put in, but out of the zone. East Lyme with an opportunity right in front. Healy, and a great save by Eliza Bell.
That would have been a huge goal to go into the locker room with at halftime, Casey. Healy turned away.
And there's your whistle and your buzzer. We are at halftime here at Stonington High School. The home Bears 2, the East Lyme Vikings nothing.
Stonington dictated the pace, especially in the offensive end.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, they're the more skilled team at a number of positions. East Lyme is doing a nice job, and we do have clarification. Number 8 for Stonington, who did such a great job there late in the first half, is Keegan Donahue. She was listed incorrectly on our sheet, but Keegan Donahue had a near goal in the first half, and I expect to hear more from her here in half number 2. So as we get started here in half number 2, going left to right, the maroon-clad Vikings, and a hard throw. Wow, that time Julia Bates put it up top, and she hit Stonington's Hannah Pratt right in the shoulder,
Yeah,
so that's a
they've
whistle.
They've stopped the clock, I think.
There you
Just
see
to
the
check on her,
dangerous play right there,
That's
Coach.
dangerous play, yep. If there had been nobody there, that would have not been dangerous, but right into a player. Yes, Stonington certainly, like you said, the stick skills look a little bit sharper, a little bit cleaner. The passing is a little more stick to stick.
Yeah, just the overall pressure that they put on East Lyme and the East Lyme goalie. I mean, Stonington likes to dictate the tempo of the game.
Yep. East Lyme hung in there for the first, I think after the goal was scored, we've seen a little bit of a change there.
The second
and certainly
goal.
after the second goal, yeah.
Stonington puts the ball right back in the offensive end, but a nice job by Bates. She loses the ball, though, but it'll be off of the body of Feliciano. And Bates quickly puts it up ahead. East Lyme trying to turn up the volume a little bit here in the start of the second half, as they're going to have their first offensive opportunity. Bates, and unfortunately, a misguided hit that time by Bates.
Too wide. A little bit too wide there.
And Stonington will have the ball, and they'll look to...
So 16-yard hit. Just lining it up with where it went out at the 16-yard mark.
And so a nice job by Stonington right off the bat. Sarah Flakis clears it up front, and nice job by East Lyme by Bates. Bates has really put a lot of work in here. Julia Bates here in the second half. She has come out much more aggressive. Now on the other end, Craig with a huge hit. That was way too high and hard. Clearly dangerous. Whistled the other way, East Lyme possession.
Well, that time you saw the ball sail a little bit, Coach. Is that because the curvature of the stick, the way she hit the ball?
She probably contacted it underneath it a little bit too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the bottom half of the ball, and
Now, is that a straight blade on those sticks, or is it curved?
It has a little bit of curve to it.
Kind of like a 3-iron, Casey.
Yes, it is like a 3-iron, and you want to hit below the ball, because if you hit over the top half of the ball, what happens? You hit a ground ball.
Yes.
But they want to hit over the top. East Lyme here with an opportunity, trying to put it down into the corner successfully, but a nice job by Feliciano fighting for the loose ball, trying to clear, still battling, and we're going to get a whistle. And we're going to have a whistle against Stonington. And East Lyme will put it in with Julia Bates.
Good opportunity here for the Vikings.
In front, Stonington looking to clear, and we're going to get a penalty.
Corner.
And it'll be a penalty corner as East Lyme with its first real opportunity of the second half. And what a boost it would be to get a goal here, trailing 2-1. Davin Roberts will inbound the penalty corner for the Vikings.
Such an important position, the inserter here. You really, if it's not a strong pass, it's really makes it difficult to execute your play.
Got to be firm, but also
got
keep
to
it on the
come out
ground.
of the circle.
There she goes,
That
out
was a
in front.
nice send in.
Durkee puts it in front. Low shot, deflected, and a penalty the other way, and Stonington will have an opportunity to go back on the offensive.
Well, you talk about the entry pass being important because then, the gunner, I call it, coming out of the net, and then the rest of the defenders coming down from the 50. If it's not a crisp pass, then they've got some troubles.
It is, yeah.
East Lyme with another opportunity. Durkee had the ball, but she lost it. And now Stonington looking to switch fields and go in the other direction. Carrying down the sideline is Castle. Castle all the way down the right sideline. Puts it up ahead. Great job to Trinity Lennon. Lennon running down the middle. She's got Pratt in front of the goal. Lennon trying to put it in front for Pratt. She does. Still rolling through. Great job by the keeper. Kicking it out and a whistle.
Yep, off of Stonington's foot there. Went off of her foot off the clear. But you can see how quickly Stonington transitions from defense all the way up to attack. Impressive.
Absolutely. Castle had a nice run down the sideline. Saw Lennon the whole time. Put it in front. And if it wasn't for a great job by Swan to kick it out, another opportunity. And now here we have a whistle off a foot. So Stonington very quickly moving the ball, trying to get it in front of the net. And it's going to have another penalty. And Stonington will get a chance to set up its own penalty corner. You said they're very good at drawing these. Clearly, they had one there.
They're just flooding the box with people and bodies, and it's way too much right now for East Lyme to handle.
So Flakis stands in the middle. Taking it out will be Lennon. Lennon looking to flow in the middle, and she does. There it goes. Feliciano back to Lennon in front, off a stick, off the leg of Castle and Pratt, and it will go back to East Lyme.
A good passing in front of that time by the Bears. They just couldn't get a stick on it to get a clear shot, Coach. But there you saw the set play off the corner. Some very, very good passing by the Bears.
Very good. Yeah, they attempted a dump left there. Just
They did everything but
second
but
step.
score. They did
Yeah.
everything but
Yep,
score a
just
goal
didn't
on that time.
execute on
Yep.
it, but
They'll go right back on offense, though. East Lyme really struggling to clear. Now the ball goes wide. Feliciano making a run. Feliciano tries to keep it, but a nice steal by Bates. Bates can't clear, but she'll get the whistle, and she'll have another opportunity. Julia Bates working really hard here in the second half. Come on, Bears, knock it down. Bates has Feliciano right in front of her. She's looking to whether she wants to try to switch fields or beat her up the sideline. She tries to go low. Great job by Craig knocking it down. Back it, however, it goes onto the stick of Roberts, but she loses it out of bounds, and Stonington will have the ball with Craig taking the side hit. She defers. Back instead, it goes to Flakus, and now we're going to have a whistle. Two girls getting tied up. Craig's going to keep it for Stonington.
Right back at it, Casey. Boy, they're just, you said, relentless on the offensive end.
She put it right off the foot of Durkee. It was deemed to be dangerous. Durkee hobbled down there right now. That one took it right off the back of the heel.
Yeah, you talked about the transition from defense to offense, and Coach has said, and Casey, Stonington they don't waste any time. They're always looking to attack.
they are.
Great job by Bates. Bates puts it up in front, but a nice job on the defensive end by Dreer. She got a stick on it and kept it out of the end. Now Healy trying to push in for East Lyme, but Dreer steals the ball from her. Healy and Dreer battling, and it will end up being Stonington ball. Great job by Colette Dreer that time, battling with Healy, never letting the ball get off of her stick. Oh, great pass up the middle. Feliciano on a little switch over to Pratt. Pratt looking back in the middle for Feliciano. She's got her. Feliciano's open in the front. One-on-one. Feliciano makes a move. Keeper comes out, and a great save by Swan.
Nice job by Swan coming out to take away those angles.
Now East Lyme trying to transition. They've got numbers while Stonington tries to get back, but Dreer does a fantastic job of coming up from her defensive position and not letting East Lyme transition. Great job right back into the offensive end by Stonington. And, Coach, that was just, Colette Dreer that time came all the way up from her defensive back position to not let that transition happen for East Lyme. Going to be Stonington ball. They're calling for it so that Flakus can take it just into East Lyme territory.
Whether it's from the corner or from the breakaway or from just set plays in front of the net, it just Stonington appears to be much crisper on the offensive end.
Their passing is definitely looking a little crisper, a little bit more stick to stick. They're really seeing those open spaces and getting the ball there. That was a beautiful switch of fields a couple minutes ago.
Now Craig loses the ball for Stonington. East Lyme keeps it back in their end. On a run are the Vikings, but a great job by Dreer again, clearing the ball out. And she's going to get the whistle. It's a great job, Colette Dreer.
Yeah, that was a stick hack.
Stick hack.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
slashing.
That's
It's like slashing.
Yeah, you can't hit someone's stick with your stick. You gotta just the ball.
Nice job, East Lyme, keeping the pressure on. Ball put in front, looking for Healy. Stonington battling is Dreer. Now she puts it out to Craig. Craig's going to carry with the stick up the sideline, and she'll earn the penalty. Nice job that time by the Stonington defender, Craig, as she got the penalty called on Roberts. Ball loose. The Bears trying to get it back into their offensive zone, but a nice job by East Lyme keeping it in.
Opportunity
in front. Great save by Bell. Still in front, and Bell lets it go out of bounds wisely. What a nice job by Eliza Bell.
Eliza Bell put her pads together, stopped the ball, and no harm on the reflection. She hasn't been called on to make too many saves in this ball game, but that was a big opportunity for East Lyme, and she turned them away.
Dreer will have the hit for Stonington. She goes straight up the middle. Nice job. And Pratt keeps it on her stick, looks to try to give it to Feliciano, but a great job, East Lyme with the whistle. East Lyme in transition. And another whistle. Good job that time by the Vikings. Roberts got the whistle. Roberts puts the ball in front, and we're going to have a penalty corner. Looks like an opportunity for East Lyme.
Well, here you go, Coach. These last 2 minutes have been the most productive on the offensive end for the Vikings the entire ball game.
They certainly are making a little push here.
Now, the East Lyme is going to do something different. Fennell's going to take the inbounds pass, and she does a nice job, puts it in front onto East Lyme's stick. Stonington pressing back. Shot in front. Nice job by Flakus to knock it down off of East Lyme's foot, and it will be Stonington ball.
Yeah, Stonington regrouped really well on the defensive end, and right back at it here as they try and switch fields. Transitions extremely fast.
Very, very fast.
Dreer puts it to Lennon. Lennon has a rush. Lennon has Pratt up in front along with Arruda in front. Pratt, and an unbelievable save. Ball loose, and a goal! Great job by Hannah. Pratt. Swan came out, made the initial save. Pratt stayed with it, got a stick on it, and the Bears are up 3-0.
Yeah, and just like that, 2 passes up the entire length of the field, Stonington went from defense to offense and found goal number 3.
That's that fast transition we were just talking about. They do it so well.
The amount of pressure they put on a goalie is unreal. Relentless.
19:25 remaining here in the ball game. Goal number 3 for Stonington, and give that credit to Hannah Pratt. She was just relentless that time, was not letting anything happen. The senior sniffed a goal and took advantage, and now right back on the offensive are the Bears with Feliciano in the middle, and Dreer stepping up with Flakus now going to take the hit for Stonington. Flakus, hard shot right into the middle, puts it on the stick of Arruda. Arruda has Pratt in front, and a nice job by the East Lyme defender that time to try to get a stick on it. It was Maya Rose, but Feliciano will keep it. And a nice stick poke that time by the Vikings, and a great clear. Vikings trying to transition on offense, but they're 2-on-3. Up ahead, still has possession, does East Lyme.
Needs a little help up there.
Healy in front, and she gets the whistle.
That's a good idea. It's a good point, Coach. She was going 1-on-4, and she's begging for help on the wings.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. Really, you got to have some help up there.
Numbers create the mismatch.
Yeah.
Durkee.
It's almost like they're expecting it to come back out. I
Right.
hate to say it, but that's what it looks like.
And we're going to have another whistle. Looks like we're going to get another penalty corner. And again, Fennell will take it for East Lyme. Last time, Fennell made a very good entry pass, and then it was sort of got lost after that on a great defensive pressure from Stonington. Fennell puts it in. Nice job
Another
to
nice
Durkee.
hit in.
Durkee however, Flakus is there to knock it away. Flakus stays with it, pokes it. Durkee off the save, and a great save made in front by Bell. Ball still loose. Stonington can't seem to clear. Ball in front, a shot rolling around. Vikings with a huge opportunity in front, still in front, swinging the sticks. Nobody can get on it. And finally, the Bears clear. They can't get it out, though. East Lyme still poke checked in front. Lennon doing battle. And finally, a great job by Williams to gain the penalty. And Williams that time, by getting the penalty, gives Stonington some breathing room.
Yeah, and Bell hasn't been called upon to make too many saves. That time she was sprawled out across the front of the goal. Great job by the Stonington goalkeeper. A lot of action there in front of the net, Casey. No goals, no dice for the Vikings.
That was their best opportunity yet.
Kind of got some of the East Lyme girls doing a good job of sending it in. It's just that finishing it off. That second step is just they're struggling a little bit with that.
17 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Another opportunity for Stonington. Pratt has Feliciano. Great overlapping run by Feliciano. Feliciano pushing it down the left edge and a stick poke check that time. Good job, but Feliciano, relentless, keeps the ball and then loses it
Nice
out of
defense by
bounds.
Bates there. Great pressure.
Good hustle play by Feliciano down the side. She doesn't give up on too many balls.
And Bates has been great in the second half. She was running step for step that time with Feliciano and never gave up and got the penalty. And now the other way, East Lyme looking to transition. Healy with an opportunity. The Heelys running up the middle of the field. There's Healy, but Stonington so quick to get back on defense. Healy up in front with Durkee. Now the other Healy has it in front, looking to clear. Ball rolling and a penalty off the foot. It'll be Stonington ball. Kristen Healy working so hard in front, looking for some help from any of her other offensive players.
Coach, when East Lyme is pressing like this, trying to create scoring opportunities like they have in the last 3 or 4 months, does it leave them a little weak on the defensive end? We saw that already once when Stonington had to break away and put one in. Do they have to be careful not to overcompensate on the offensive end where they get hurt on the defensive end?
I think especially against Stonington, you just have to be so ready that it could go from in your circle all the way back to the other end like we just saw. So, yeah, you have to be on your toes, be ready to transition back to defense a little bit quicker than what they're doing.
Whistle, stay Vikings ball with an offensive possession. Durkee puts the ball in the middle. Nice job by Dreer. Now Flakus flicks it out, but kept in by East Lyme. Ball rolling in the middle, and the Bears will clear. Nice job by the Bears. Here's Arruda looking for a long pass up the middle. Nice job by the Vikings. Keep that ball there, but Arruda has it back on her stick for Stonington.
Here come the Bears.
Williams on the right edge. Williams now down the right sideline. Williams carries. Williams still has it on her stick. Gets the whistle, keeps it on her stick. Williams, nice stick work, brings it down into the corner, chops it towards the middle, and it will be Stonington ball.
They got Feliciano hanging on the outside with Hannah Pratt hanging on the backside of that zone, just waiting for a pass.
Looks like Abby Flakus is going to take the hit for Stonington at the 25. She dribbles, and a great job stolen by Healy. Healy up the middle for East Lyme. Healy, though, running 1-on-4. Finally, some help up in front, some fresh legs. Morgan Crandall into the game for East Lyme. Some fresh legs. Crandall with some speed to get in front of the net. Healy finally got some help. Now here's the ball in front. Dreer knocks it down for Stonington and clears. East Lyme keeps it in their zone. And nice job. Flakus was battling for Stonington, but it'll be Vikings ball.
Nice pressure here by the Vikings. They need this kind of pressure. Down 3 goals with 12 minutes to go.
Roberts loses the ball. Williams for Stonington tries to clear. Ball back in the front. Loose. Ball in front. Wide open net. Stonington, 2 defenders there to help clear. Ball loose. And East Lyme gets on the board. Goal for the Vikings.
Oh, there you go. They've been dictating the pace the last 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of this ball game, Coach. And that time they found the back of the net.
They found it, and right where they were supposed to be in there. I think we saw a little bit earlier the midfielders kind of were trying to feed it into the forwards, but they weren't really quite in there where they needed to be. Maybe that fresh set of legs might have helped a little bit out there.
Healy and Crandall, Kristen Healy, Carol Healy, Kluge and Crandall, they've all been up in front of the net, battling, and that time they finally got one. I give a lot of credit to Morgan Crandall. Her energy on offense certainly helping out now. A fresh set of legs. Right away, East Lyme back into the offensive end, down 3-1, but a goal away from making this thing interesting. East Lyme keeps it in.
Get down under 13 minutes left to go in this game, Casey. Only down by 2 goals right now. A lot of life in East Lyme.
There's a whiff, and Arruda is going to control for Stonington. Arruda puts it up ahead to Donahue. Donahue now looking for help. Donahue back to Feliciano. Feliciano just inside the circle, and a nice job by clearing, but Feliciano keeps it on her stick.
She's ready to load up. She's got that stick ready to roll.
And she gets the penalty on Crandall. Feliciano dribbles in, puts it in the middle, and a nice job by the Vikings. However, they can't clear. Stonington is going to keep it on their end, and now they're going to say whistle against the Bears, and it will be East Lyme ball.
My Feliciano, she can load up and take a big hack at the ball, huh, Coach?
Yeah.
She's a really active player on the outside. She can go get it.
Ball loose. Craig puts it right back in for Stonington. Now Arruda has it on her stick, middle of the field. Arruda tried to get it down to Lennon in the corner, but a nice job by the Vikings. Battling in is Arruda. She draws the penalty. Now putting it on the turf will be Williams. Williams from the 20. Williams dribbles, takes it down into the right corner, looks for Lennon, gets a whistle, keeps playing, play on. Williams tries to put it in the middle. Lennon has it on the far right edge, down by the goal. East Lyme trying to clear, and they do, but kept in by Flakus.
They got someone wide open on post, too, if you see down there.
And a wild shot and a score, Miranda Arruda. Wow.
Little one-timer, she wound up from about the 15-yard line and backhanded that thing into the back of the net.
That was an impressive goal.
Now, because there was nobody around her, she was allowed to let that ball fly. Mm-hmm. It was above the 18-inch mark. That was a rocket into the goal, but there's no danger on that one. So Miranda Arruda, skilled shot that time, hitting that ball right out of the air for the 4th Stonington goal, and just like that, they're back up 4-1.
That was impressive, Casey. She let it rip that time.
And now Stonington takes control again. Craig to Lennon. Lennon takes it to the middle of the field, tries to put it up ahead to Arruda.
Struggling to get back defensively.
Arruda out in front with a breakaway. Arruda, And a beautiful
Nice save.
That was a goal.
in the back of the net.
did I-
Miranda Arruda got it to go. She beat Lydia
bounced
Swan
right
to the
off.
right.
Well, there you go.
That was a hard shot.
Yeah, East Lyme back on their heels a little bit defensively, and Miranda Arruda, the team's leading scorer, Casey, back-to-back goals for the Stonington Bears, pushes this lead to 5-1.
I think East Lyme's defensively getting a little bit tired right now.
Yeah, they're struggling to get back a little bit. I think mentally it's tough too.
Vikings going to try to just keep pushing forward right now. Bates, nice job, gets it back up into the middle. Now Stonington closes, and a whistle will go the other way. And now East Lyme going to make a rush. Up in front, loose ball. Stonington settles, goes out wide. Nice job. Feliciano has it on the sideline. She brings it back towards the middle. And a nice job by Crandall to battle, and Feliciano will have the penalty called against her. Craig will have the ball for Stonington.
Getting a little physical down there, Coach. Some bumping and grinding and some little chippiness down there. Like I said, maybe East Lyme a little tired.
I think they look like they are a little bit tired.
Oh, nice little throw that time off the stick of Craig, kept by Feliciano in the middle of the field.
You like that? A little lob pass there, Case.
It's a throw. East Lyme, however, does a nice job. That time,
Nice little
Kluge
lift there.
puts it in the middle. Stolen. Nice job that time by Dreer. She can't clear, however. Kept in by
Durkee.
in the middle. She's struggling right now. East Lyme trying to battle, but out of the pack comes Williams. Daisy Williams, long up ahead pass. It's going to be who can get there. On the run is Lennon. Lennon's in front. Tries to beat one person and still has the ball. And that was
Stick hack on that.
stick hack. And Casey Beaumonat that time on a long run. She's into the ball game for Stonington. And Beaumonat had an opportunity but got called with a stick hack.
And Arruda was out in front of that play, too. She was licking her chops for the hat trick out there for the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
She had a couple of steps on a defender. She was in the middle of the field. She was in prime position. The whistle went into the back of the net. And like I said, she was looking for the hat trick.
So Donahue, Feliciano, Arruda, and Beaumonat are the four forwards right now, trying to put the pressure on for Stonington with a commanding lead in this game. As an East Lyme, a very game East Lyme team, now down 5-1 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. East Lyme looking like it's just running out of gas here a little bit in the second half.
Coach, does the game plan change for the Bears up by 4 goals with 9 minutes to go, or they stay in attack mode all throughout?
They'll stay in attack mode.
All right, so they won't try and milk the clock or milk the game out?
No.
That's not their MO.
Nope.
All right, so the ball on the turf right now. Stonington has it. They're very patient right now. Going to eat up a little bit of clock. Pass up the middle is controlled by Daisy Williams. Williams tries to find Beaumonat. Beaumonat making a run down the right sideline. Ball is loose. East Lyme gets there, but Beaumonat gets the penalty on the high stick and slash from the East Lyme player. And now Daisy Williams will move it back out and take the dribble. She'll dribble in. Does Williams. Williams puts it in the middle. Oh, and a great opportunity in front by Donahue. Feliciano now, and kicked out to Craig. And East Lyme working for the ball. Craig tries to keep it in and draws the penalty. So
That's a good hustle that time by Craig Casey. She undercut the East Lyme defender for the ball.
out in front, slap shot goes into the middle, and Arruda trying to get a shot off, and she can't. And East Lyme trying to battle, but a nice job by Craig keeping the ball live.
A little extra attention on Miranda Arruda that time in front of the net. She's got 2 goals, looking for the hat trick, Coach. A little extra harassment by the Vikings.
Yeah. I'm sure they have her eyes on her. That's certainly, she's proven she's one to watch.
Yeah, if they don't, they're crazy.
Yep. That last one was so hard, that bounced right off the cage.
Sydney Williamson battling for Stonington, but East Lyme keeps it in. A nice job by Craig. Also into the ball game, Sarah Schrempf, and she's got the ball right now on her stick trying to clear, and it's going to be a penalty, and it will be Stonington ball. So Williamson's going to come up and take the hit for the Bears.
Casey, Stonington lost 1-0 against Haddam Killingworth over the weekend. And, they were looking to get back onto the turf and make some things happen, utilize their speed, and score some goals. And so far, so good.
Yeah, you can see how turf would make for a team like Stonington. Those transitions on grass, much slower, much more difficult.
Completely different game on grass. Just so much slower. Yeah, it just slows the whole game down.
Sure, the folks at Haddam Killingworth had the grass ankle high over the weekend as well.
The rain,
just trying to slow down the Bears.
Yeah, they had the rain. They seeded it. They put a little Miracle Grow on it and got that to be a nice 6-inch. In front, Arruda with an opportunity. East Lyme trying to clear. Ball still loose. Arruda battling for it. Nice job by Durkee to come out of the pack with it for East Lyme, but kept in by Dreer. And then a penalty will go against against East Lyme, and Stonington will have possession. 6:25 remaining here in the game. 5-1 Stonington on top. Craig passes it out. It goes to Schrempf. Schrempf tries to put it in the middle, and East Lyme will take it, and kept in by Schrempf. Nice job by Schrempf, keeping the ball in the East Lyme zone.
It's a little bit what I was talking about earlier. You just really, even though East Lyme had possession, Stonington's always going to have someone right there. You can't be sloppy with that pass.
Oh, they don't quit.
You gotta stick-to-stick passing. You've gotta keep it stick-to-stick.
Coach,
they don't quit.
The big thing, they don't quit. They don't quit on balls. Casey, you've been saying that all game long. I mean, they just, if they make a mistake, if they whiff on something, they go right back and get it.
Oh, nice job that time by East Lyme, getting a stick on the great pass from Craig. Now way up ahead, Dreer, back she goes. She's going to try to do some stick work. Nice job by Dreer. Put a little stick work on Carol Healy, and it will be Stonington ball. Williamson with the hit onto the stick. Nice job of Craig, but she loses it. East Lyme puts it back in the zone. In front, Healy had an opportunity. She loses it. Stonington trying to clear now. Nice stick work by the Bears. Up ahead, Schrempf. For Stonington, Schrempf loses it. And Craig now has it for Stonington. Puts it up ahead. And East Lyme now transitions back, looking to get it back into their own zone. Williamson for the Bears, trying to clear. Nice job of stick work from Sydney Williamson. Put it right back in, do the Vikings, but onto the stick of Stonington's Craig. Up ahead, Schrempf now battling with Julia Bates, but Bates does a nice job, and Schrempf drops back. Nice pass by Schrempf. She was looking for Donahue, but Donahue gets it over instead. Bates has it for East Lyme. Nice stick work by Bates. And up in front, Healy with an opportunity. Carol Healy, but she can't beat the Stonington defender. Gets there first. Great job by Jillian Holland of Stonington to get there first and get rid of the ball. And Stonington now with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, just trying to hang on to a big 5-1 lead. They want to just keep the ball out of the net. They've done such a great job defensively all night long. Have the Bears, Eliza Bell, Colette Dreer, Sarah Flakus, Jillian Holland have been stalwarts on defense. Erin Craig, Abby Flakus, great job by the Bears defense. On the other side, Feliciano, Arruda, Castle, Pratt, Lennon, they have been just completely focused offensively. Relentless has the Stonington offense been here in this ball game.
How big of a win would this be, Coach, for Stonington to come back after losing 1-0, get back into the league? It's a big win, isn't it?
I think for them, coming off a loss, and East Lyme usually is one that gives them a little bit of a challenge within the conference. So this is big for them. I mean, just for team morale to be able to come off a loss and then having a closer game against East Lyme the first game to then come away. And, I mean, really this is a solid win for them.
Yeah, they dominated. They've dominated, yeah.
They've dominated, so it has to be a good feeling for them.
East Lyme trying to get the ball on the offensive end. Ball loose in the middle. Still loose. Whistle, and we're going to get a penalty corner called, and East Lyme will have an opportunity here. They're going to send, let's see who they send to take it. It's going to be Carol Healy. Will inbound for East Lyme. Healy. Up in front it goes. Durkee. Durkee pass. A shot deflected. Nice job by Stonington, and we're going to have another penalty corner.
Eliza Bell on high alert down there in the corner. Far post.
Healy flubs it that time. Doesn't get a good stick on it. East Lyme missed opportunity. Stonington with an opportunity to clear. Vikings do a good job keeping it in. Shot off of a stick, deflected, and an unbelievable save, and the ball trickles in, and a goal for East Lyme.
Durkee was the one who initially sent that in. I have to say I've seen her send a lot of balls in tonight. Most of them haven't been finished off, but that originally came from Durkee, and she's been sending a lot in tonight.
Looks like that was Lexi Burgess who was able to finish number 6 for the Vikings, put it in off of the Durkee inbound, and that's just a relentless. You got to give East Lyme a lot of credit.
They're still fighting. They're still fighting for sure.
Absolutely.
It's a tough game for them. And
big goal that time from Burgess, keeping it in and not giving up on the play. 5-2 Stonington as we head down toward the end of the ball game. And now East Lyme doing a nice job putting a rush on, really trying to keep the pressure on Stonington. But Stonington,
you're seeing
so
this transition again, just so quickly.
Right back at you, back and forth. They can switch fields, within the flick of the wrist, Coach.
Yep, and you've seen them use a lot of back passes to switch fields. Just really sharp, crisp, stick-to-stick passing. And their stick skills are a little bit ahead of where East Lyme's are, I would definitely say.
1:34 remaining here in the ball game. Stonington on top, 5-2 here at Stonington High School. Another opportunity in front. Stonington putting a little pressure on. Flakus had it up front, but she lost it. Nice job by East Lyme. Now the whistle will go East Lyme's way as we're down 1:15 remaining here in the ball game. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien and the coach Amy Lloyd. Thank you very much, Coach, for being in the booth with us. Without you, we would really have been helpless here tonight.
Lost.
It was really, really helpful to have you really bring some insight into the game of girls field hockey. A first here on game day. We're very proud of what we do here and bringing field hockey to you.
I think it's great.
Very, very happy to add field hockey to the list of events that Game Day has brought to you. And now you just made a couple field hockey fans now.
Your resume is growing, Casey O'Neill.
I get cricket. When I get cricket on my resume, that's when I know it's time to retire.
A bocce ball or something like that. Yeah.
That's the other. Well, I understand bocce, but cricket's the other sport no one understands, even the people that play it. One more last opportunity. Ball loose in front, kicked out nicely by the keeper.
Nice clear.
Nice job, and Stonington will look. So great job by Bell that time on the kick.
Off of Bates' foot there.
And with about 10 seconds remaining here in the ball game and Stonington about to take possession, that's going to pretty much wind it up. We're down to 5 seconds remaining here in the ball game. One last whack of the stick by Colette Dreer, and that will do it. From Stonington High School, your final score, the home Bears 5, the visiting East Lyme Vikings 2. Congratulations to the Bears on a hard-fought victory. Sports Doctor, what'd you think about your first field hockey game?
Yeah, not too bad. I really enjoyed the action, and the biggest thing for me is when you do a new sport like this, you learn about strategies, you learn about some of the different rules, and listen, I'm going to give East Lyme a lot of credit. They played a tough game, but very, very impressed, Coach, with the way Stonington just transitions. Offense to defense, defense to offense. They are so fast and a much different team on the turf.
Yeah, they were certainly, they were the better team today, and the score reflects that.
So, Coach Amy Lloyd, we want to thank you very much for joining us in the booth today, giving us a little bit of insight. Game Day, adding to the next list of new sports. Join us on Friday the 13th, where we will bring high school volleyball. Coach, what do you think? You got any talent? You got any volleyball knowledge? You a volleyball person?
I have none.
All right, so we're going to get rid of Coach then. She served her purpose. She brought us all the best of field hockey. Coach, we can't thank you enough
No
for
problem.
being here.
Thanks for having me.
For all of the crew, for Coach Amy Lloyd, for the sports Dr. Keith O'Brien, I'm Casey O'Neill. Join us on Friday the 13th as we bring you high school volleyball. And as always, look for Wired Zone and the highlights of tonight's Stonington 5-2 victory over East Lyme. Good night, everybody.